Greetings trainers, KuroBlitz here, and welcome back to another video. Pokemon Leagues, we all love them. Regional tournaments where the strongest of trainers gather to prove that their prowess meets the ones of the elites. In the games, it's a boss rush towards the champion. In the manga, it's a tri-annual tournament in every region, while in the anime, it's an yearly celebration. And speaking about the Pokemon anime, one of the greatest and most talked about leagues until this very day has to be the Lily of the Valley Conference of the Sinnoh region. A league where both rivals and legends were forged, as the rivalry between Ash and Paul was put to the test with their Pokemon in common being Infernape, and also many other competitions along the way amongst the strongest 64 competitors in this tournament. According to official Pokemon sources, the first ever Pokemon League was 150 years ago before Generation 1, so of course this must dictate around the time where the Indigo Plateau was created. However, the Indigo Plateau was not the only league to be created along the world. Other regions also had their leagues being created. And this is where I'm here to talk about today. As I've been playing Pokemon Legends Arceus, there is no hint whatsoever about the creation of a Pokemon League in the Hisui region. However, there must be some ways that, in the future such establishment and, organization will be created. And I do believe that this is, a great topic to talk about, from the tales of the past. I do believe that after, the events of the game, the clans of Diamond and Pearl are going to, get together with the Galaxy Expedition team, and they are going to, forge a union, forge their own league. They are going to, gather all of the wardens and all of the nobles to basically make a mishmash of greatness. Now, this is what I'm here to talk about today. I want to give Hisuian teams from the Hisui Regional Pokédex to great characters from the Hisui region. That's right, folks. I am here to create a Hisuian Pokemon League. So, without further ado, let's get started. And just like other regional leagues, I'm going to go with the route of, 8 gym leaders and 4 Elite Fours and their champion. As for the first gym leader, I want to go with Warden Mai from the Diamond clan. Now Mai is going to specialize in dark type Pokemon, although not exactly and not entirely, because as time goes by, the only dark type gym leader that we got was, technically Piers, with Nanu being the Kahuna of Alola. So if there isn't a dark type gym leader now, it shouldn't make sense to be back then. However, the dark type should be addressed. And the Pokemon that I'm going to give to Mai are going to be an Eevee and the Hisuian Zorua. Eevee because it evolves into Umbreon, that being a dark type Pokemon, and Zorua because, the Unova form, it's also a dark type. And Mai wears an all black, so I think it's very fitting that she gets, to see all of these Pokemon. And for her rematch team, I'm going to give her a Staravia, a black bird, a Porygon 2, a Pokemon from, the future, so it's very mysterious and mischievous how those space-time distortions happen in real time. Her Munchlax from the games, because that rollout is very scary, fitting of, the dark type nature, and a Stantler, because she wardens Weirdeer and, they have mystical and mysterious power, so it fits all of the sinister vibes that the dark type has. Now, you must be wondering, why a team of normal type if she specializes in dark? Well, that is, the whole premise behind this, right? Because she has a Munchlax, it's a slow Pokemon. Her descendant being Marley has an Arcanine, that's a speed Pokemon, so the nature of contrasts already exists. Going on with the second gym leader, it's Leon from the Pearl clan. And Leon is going to specialize in both Bug and Steel Pokemon. And his Pokemon are going to be none other than Hisuian Sliggoo and Kleavor. And for his rematch team, I'm going to give him Scizor and Wormadam. These are Bug and Steel type Pokemon that I think it fits perfectly for Leon, but these are not the only Pokemon that I want to give the guy. I also want to give, for his rematch team, a Cricketune, because it's the alpha Pokemon that we need to, defeat to go to his tree, and a Vespiquen that we defeat in the post game to get the Stone Plate. Which is kind of funny, we get the Insect Plate from the Rock Pokemon and the Stone Plate from the Bug Pokemon. Odd, but acceptable. And Steel is just another mineral like rocks, so it kinda makes sense. He's the ancestor of clay, right? It's all in the ground, if anything. Now, as for the third gym leader, it's going to be Arceus, and Arceus is going to specialize in both grass and fighting type Pokemon. And these battles are going to start be a 3v3 battles. So, for Arceus team, I decided to give her Grottle, Monferno, and Hisuian Lilligant. And for her rematch Pokemon, I decided to give her Machoke, Wormadam, and Carnivine. I do like this mix of, grass and fighting Pokemon, being that encapsulated by, her noble, being Hisuian Lilligant, and she gets 2 of the Sinnoh starters and the Pokemon, from that area, from the Crimson Mirelands. I think it's very fitting for her character to have these Pokemon. As for the fourth gym leader, from the Pearl Clan, Kalaba, and she is the real expert of normal type Pokemon, but also from Pokemon of the ground type, and that's because of her noble. And just like Arceus, she's going to be battled in a 3v3 with her Hippopotas, Bibarel, and Ursaluna. And for her rematch team, I decided to give her Graveler, Wormadam, and Whiscash. I think this is a great balance of, beige and brown colored Pokemon. It really fits not only the normal type, but also the ground type that she specializes in. As we continue on to the Hisui region, we got to the 5th gym, and that's going to be from Iskan. Iskan is going to specialize in both water Pokemon that he loves and ghost Pokemon that he one time despised, but he's starting to, grow a little bit of appreciation because of the times he spends with his Pokemon Warden being Basculegion. His Pokemon team are going to be Floatzel, Dusclops, and Basculegion. Floatzel because he saves people from the Cobalt Coastlands, Dusclops because of the mission to make the soup for Basculegion, and Basculegion because it's his Warden Pokemon. Now, for his rematch team, I've decided to give him Haunter, Rimplup, and Duat. Having another Trademon, just like, Arceus and Kalaba, it's, very fitting, and I decided to give him the 2 water starters, being Prinplup and Duat, because I think it's very fitting for, his character. It's his type expertise, for God's sakes. For Arceus' sakes, that is. And as we continue on to the coastlands, we get to meet Paulina, and she's the gym leader number 6, and she's going to, specialize in both fire and rock Pokemon. She will have a very volcanic nature in, her gym leader persona. And the Pokemon that I decided to give her are Quilava, Rhydon, and Hisuian Arcanine. Pokemon that are in many ways than not even linked with, volcanic activity, right? And for her rematch team, I decided to give her Sudowoodo, Ninetales, and Magmar. All Pokemon that are found in Fire Spit Island, which will one day may or may not become, the battle zone, and all of that volcano that has Zitran be Stark Mountain. So yeah, Paulina, the Pearl Diver, the Oyster Collector, she's going to have all of this greatness of fire and rock Pokemon. I really like her team. And continuing on to speaking about Pokemon teams, as we go to the north, to the Alabaster Icelands, this is where I've decided to, give both Psychic and Flying type Pokemon to the Warden of the Diamond Clan, Sabi. Sabi, as being the gym leader number 7, she's going to have 4 Pokemon with her. Those being Dartrix, Kadabra, Gallade, and Hisuian Braviary. Dartrix because, it's the starter remaining and it's a flying type, and Dartrix can also learn Psycho Cut, right? And Kadabra, because they are psychic Pokemon, and it's another Trademon from Kanto, has other gym leaders in this video already have. Gallade because of the Regi ruins, right, from the Snow Point Temple, so he's basically the alpha there, and Braviary because it's the noble that she wardens. And for her rematch team, I've decided to give her the Psychic type Bronzong and the Flying type Drifblim, because it's a Pokemon that it's in the temple, and it's a Pokemon that the pre-evolution, it's oddly associated with children. It fits Sabi very, very well. And also because her descendant, Cheryl, is, in the Eterna Forest, and we have all of that, old Gateau mention. So, being linked with ghosts in some way, shape, or form, it's very, very fitting. And last but not least, for the gym leaders that is, the final gym leader, the Ice type expert, it's going to be Garrick from the Pearl Clan. And Garrick, being an ancestor of Wulfric, and debatably Crasher Wake, but mainly Wulfric, it fits the final gym leader very fitting. For his Pokemon, I've decided to give him Glalie, Frostlass, Abomasnow, and Hisuian Avalugg. The first two Pokemon are Pokemon that actually sends out to test you in battle. Abomasnow, it's because, Wulfric in the future also has one. In the anime, it can even Mega Evolve. And Avalugg, it's because it's the noble of, the Alabaster Icelands. Now, for the rematch team that I decided to give Garrick, I'm going to give, another two Ice Pokemon, being the Ice of Land and the Ice of Sea. Those being Mamoswine and Walrein. Very bulky and tanky Pokemon that I really believe that it fits the muscular physique of, Garrick. And well folks, there you have it. We have all of the 8 gym leaders for the Hisui region. Now, let's talk about the creation of the Elite Four. As for, the normal Elite Four of the Sinnoh region, it's basically, in terms of tiers. It's one after the other because they were able to measure their strength as, times went on. Heck, even the cathedral of the league, it's not even Hisuian, it feels more, foreigner, because that's, the whole Cynthia and Volo and Kojita ancestry being from outside of Sinnoh, the Celestica people. So, I feel like for this Elite Four, instead of, being a boss rush towards the champion, it's going to be like, from Unova and onward, like the foreign regions, right? It's going to have some foreign, inspiration, so you can challenge any Elite Four member however you want. And because the league building wasn't created yet, this league, it's going to be in, Mount Coronet. And it's going to be around, the hollow area of Hisui and Electrode. It's going to be in the Moonview Arena. I think it's a great way to, end your Sinnoh adventure where the entire region began. And due to that, let's get started with our Elite Fours. So, the first Elite, it's going to be the Poison type expert, Melly. I've decided to, give Melly, the Poison types because it's the one that actually uses in the games, even though he doesn't warden the Poison type Pokemon. So, Melly's team, it's going to be Toxicroak, Drapion, Skuntank, Crobat, and Sneasler. Yes, until now, it's been 2-2, 3-3, 3-3, 4-4 in terms of matches. All of the Elite Four have 5 Pokemon, with the champion having a full team of 6. And yes, Melly, it's the Warden of Electrode, but in this battle he's going to use the Sneasler from the Pearl Clan. And for his final Pokemon in the rematches, he is going to use a Dustox. A nice nod to, the Beauregard request mission. As we continue on with the Elite Four, the second Elite, the Electric type expert, it's going to be Ingo. Ingo being from the future and being a subway boss, he knows about machinery and electricity, so it feels very more fitting that, he is the one in charge, pun intended, about, the electric Pokemon from, Mount Coronet. And Ingo's team are going to be Jolteon, Magnezone, Electabuzz, Rotom, and Hisuian Electrode. So you can see the whole parallel where Ingo and Melly are basically using the Pokemons that in the other clans are nobles of. So I think it's a very fitting, motif right there. Now for his 6th Pokemon in the rematch, it's not an electric Pokemon, but it's a Pokemon he has in the games, because all of his team evolves by unconventional means, so not by level up, and I'm going to give him Probopass, as you know, his 6th Pokemon. It's not electric type, then again, many of Flint's team in the original Diamond and Pearl isn't either. So my video, my rules. And now as we are finishing this, as for both the other clan members, the leaders, they are going to be elites as well, being Adamant and Irida. Adamant and Irida, they are going to, show some draconic power in their Pokemon, but not entirely. There's not going to be a dragon expert in Hisui, because there wasn't one either in the Sinnoh region. If there was, a dragon gym in Sinnoh, most likely it would have been in Celestic Town, right? However, for Adamant's team, I'm going to give him the Leafeon that he has in the games, the Vaporeon and Umbreon that he has in the post-game, and now for his additional team members, I'm going to give him Yanmega and Hisuian Gudra. Yanmega because it's a dragonfly, so it fits, all of the team of dragons, and it's a Pokemon that evolves with ancient power. It evolves with a move that requires time to learn. It's a move from the past. And for his rematch team, I'm going to actually give him Dialga. And continuing on with the Draconic vibes, for Irida, in her team, I'm going to give her the Glaceon that she actually has in the game, right? And for her other 2 Pokemon, she will too also have the Flareon and Espeon that she has in the post-game. Flareon's fire contrasting the water of Vaporeon, and the sun of, Espeon contrasting the moon of Umbreon. They were very, creative with these teams. Now, for her 4th and 5th Pokemon, I'm actually going to give her Leaky and Garchomp. Leaky, it's a very odd creature, so in the times of old, it could bypass as a dragon, quote unquote. And Leaky, it's a Pokemon from the Alabaster Icelands. I think that, and it fits the color scheme of Irida, so it's very nice to, have this Pokemon in her team. They can actually learn some dragon moves like Outrage and Dual Chop and whatever more, so there's that. And Leaky evolves with Rollout, a move that it needs space to circulate, so it kind of fits all of the team of Irida. And Garchomp, it's because it's Garchomp, digging for minerals and whatever more, right? It kind of, fits the whole expand the vast space of the Hisui region. And for her final Pokemon, only in the rematches, it's going to be none other than the Legend of Space itself, Palkia. And now, we finally reach the champion of the Hisui region, and that will be none other than Mistress Kojita. And Mistress Kojita, being the first champion of the Hisui region, basically paving the way for her descendant in Cynthia, she is going to use Fairy type Pokemon. However, unlike Volo, who had Togepi and later on Togekiss, that is the only Pokemon that I'm not going to give her in terms of Fairy Pokemon. Instead, as for her first Pokemon, I'm going to give her, a Cherrim, because Cherrim is very rare to find. In nature, it feels like a fairy. It's from the Fairy Egg group. It can learn fairy moves. It's pink like a fairy. So I feel like, and the foreign nature of Cherrim in her team fits the foreign nature of Mistress Kojita in the Hisui region itself. But it's also native, so it goes with the teams of, the region too. And just like flowers, it needs both time and space to bloom. As for other Pokemon, I decided to give her Gardevoir, Mr. Mime, Sylveon, and Clefable. Therefore, all of the evolutions are present in this Hisuian League. And for her rematch team, I've decided to give her the Fairy Legendary, the 4th Kami of, the Shinto, Pokemon, the forces of nature, Inamoras. Yes, she will have Inamoras. This is, you know, the Pokemon that she asks you to capture, that she's very acquainted with because of the Pixie Plate, the new plate of, you know, Hisui. So yeah, folks, this is basically my version of the Hisuian Pokemon League. Let me know what you guys thought. Comment down below what you liked, what you didn't like, what you would change, how would you see your perspective of this, what you think about the teams and the video. So yeah, like, share, subscribe. Thank you all for the love and support. I'll talk to you later, trainers, in a future video. Take care!